Adolphus Island, well, Mount Adolphus, Cape York, here we come. Any enthusiasm from the crew? Look at that, nod of the head. Excellent. But I'm not complaining. You can't see it out there, but there's a marker, and that marks the Quetta Rock. It's named after the boat, the Quetta, that struck it. It was in an established shipping channel, and ships have been going in through there for years, and everyone's missed it except for the Quetta. Hit it, peeled it open the whole length. It sank in like 2 minutes. Lots and lots of people died. When they went out to rescue people, there was one girl they were rowing up to, and they were calling out to her, and she didn't respond. This is like a day and a half later after it sank, and she was still swimming, and they paddled right up to her, and she was asleep and swimming. And they grabbed her and put her in the boat, at the front of the boat, and she was still asleep and making all the swimming motions in the boat. There you go. That's survival for you. A day and a half in these waters, and her sister drowned. So it's amazing. Some people have the will to live, some people don't. Anyway, lots of people died. There was also a little girl, 2.5 or something like that, and both her parents died. No one even knew her name. No one even knew, you know, her last name. And she was adopted by a childless couple on Thursday Island and grew up there her whole life. And she had another name, but everyone knew her as Quetta. So hopefully we might see that memorial on Thursday Island. But there you go, there's a bit of Australian history for you. The current is so strong, we're actually about 30 degrees off from the Cape. That's York Island, the Cape's just behind it. We're out 20, 25 to 30 degrees, aiming into it because we're sailing, we're crabbing really. So that's interesting. Here we come. Be there in an hour. Probably less actually. We're doing about 8.5, 9.
We are at the very top of Australia here.
Where is it? Show me. Show me where's the tip.
Yeah, over there. And we're gonna
That's
swim
the tip.
there.
What about this? What about that island? What's that?
That's York Island. And we're gonna climb that tomorrow.
Oh yeah, yes, we are. So we're gonna go on the tip, which is over there.
Jump in, nakey.
Yeah. We're at the top of Australia! I didn't even damage my boat. Who would have thought? We're on York Island. There's Cape York over there. We're going to climb York Island instead, and we'll just overlook Cape York. Bit of a disappointment, but we can't do anything about it. Ready, girls? Ready. All right. Gonzo's going barefoot because he's a tough Brazilian.
It's pretty windy here, but otherwise it's really pretty. Look at the view.
You know where Cape York is?
Yeah, it's there.
We can't make it because it's just too windy in the Ducky and there's too much current. And there's no one here to help us if we start blowing to Papua New Guinea. So we tucked up behind this island and went upwind. So this is the best we're going to do. No, it's still pretty good. It's got a better view than that. So bye-bye Cape York. There's no tits on my boat. They're all blown away. Yep. You guessed it. It's blown its tits off. 30 to 35. How good's that?
Bye, Gonzo.
Sad day. Gonzo's gone. Going to Thursday Island in style on the ferry. Well, of course it's me, so there's not much style. There's the girls chatting up the local chief inspector. And they've got a Mabo Parade on. How good's that? So let's go take a look. What do you think, girls?
Very cool.
Do you want me to wear something like that? Would that make you want to rip your clothes off?
Yeah.
I can do the dancing. Well, dancing in the broadest possible definition. picture of Eddie Mabo in the crowd. Mabo was the first case in Australia, or one of the first cases in Australia, to expunge the terra nullius idea. That is, when the whites got here, that the country wasn't owned by anyone, but of course it was. So Mabo started that off, and then the rest is history. That guy's tooting again. I explained it to him. Don't think he's getting through. Too many people. Anyway, maybe he knows the community. There's only 2,500 people here. He probably knows everyone. I'd like to say that you guys are the cutest float. Well done. Top stuff. That's a picture of Eddie Mabo. That's the guy that started it all. Good on you, Eddie. Oh, there's a crowd. I'll let the army boys know. Here comes the army van. Well, I'm the crowd. That's crowd control.
We need to be protected.
See all the crowds?
Really dangerous.
The trouble with any parade in Thursday Island is they're all in the parade and there's no crowd. So the crowd control is a bit superfluous. But anyway, keep up the good work, fellas. Well done. Now we're off to find some guns that were placed here in approximately 1870 to guard against the Russians. Yeah, I think the taxi driver was drunk. You know, you never know. Margarita needs to get drunk to, you know, shake it properly. She told me.
We are in need. It will happen.
It will happen, baby. Sailor wants a drunk wife. No. Was that out loud? Alright. Entering the fort now. There we go. We're doing it with style. We've got a speaker, an iPod. I've never done this before. This is quality. Alright. Here's our fort. Now apparently this was built to guard against the Russians. What? Who would have thought? Yeah, just checking if it's Australian. Yep. No, that'll do. No, you do. You stay there, and then what I do is I give you a baseball bat each, and you got to knock each other off. Well, ideally they have to be like in bikini. Another gun. Look at the view, people. Well, here I had to delete all the sound because it was even atrocious for my blog, and we all know how the sound quality is on my blog. That's right, nothing but quality. But basically I'm just saying, look, there's Horn Island. Look how pretty it is. Going into the dungeons of the fort. What do we got? Let's get the flock out of here. That's the picture of the Quetta that sank very quickly when it hit the Quetta Rock when we're on the way to Mount Adolphus. Imagine a boat like that going down in 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. We're at the cemetery on the top of the hill, the historic cemetery on Thursday Island. I don't know why, but I like going through cemeteries. Looks like there's some old graves up here further. Let's have a check. And also up that hill too. It's a big cemetery for a little island. This is in memory of the 700 Japanese pearling divers that have died since 1878. Well, 1878 to 1941. But anyway, I mean, look at the size of these. Look at that. That is huge. I don't know if you're supposed to touch it, but well, there you go. Oops. I put it back though. I didn't grab it.